Yay! 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 Yay!
Hey, 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 hey.
Right into this, you guys. It is a beautiful morning. The
Yes, it
sun is
is.
shining. I'm up and vertical, as I tell people when I'm out and about. They'll say, "Well, how are you?" I'll be like, "I'm up and vertical."
There you go.
So
My
it's a
dad
good.
calls says, "How are you?" I said, "I'm making it."
Did you
I
tell
said,
him?
"God is good."
Did you tell him happy birthday?
Yes, I did.
Hey, Red.
Hey, Red!
Good morning,
Yay!
Red.
Y'all have been missed. Oh, Lordy. Missed.
I feel good. I got to go to church last night. I haven't been, girl, red eyes in my eyes here for, what was it, 2 weeks without even talking to Denise or Monique or anybody because I was so sick. But praise the Lord, here I am. Hey, Hetty and Jen.
Hey, Eddie. Hey, Jen. Love you guys. I
Jen,
love all of you.
Jen sent out, she sent out the helicopters, as I call it.
Yeah.
Red, I have been missing all of you guys too. It's hard to express
Oh,
to you
yes.
guys how much you mean to us. Hey,
Oh,
Willow
yeah.
and Joss. Thank you, Jesus.
Who's here?
Joss and Hetty and Willow.
Hey, Josh. Hey, Willow.
Marie is on Facebook. That's the Facebook user. Hey,
Oh,
Marie.
okay. Hello.
You
Oh, Josh,
guys,
I love you, baby.
keep my friend right here in your prayers. Um, she is carrying her next baby. Hey,
Okay.
Tony. So she needs a lot
Hey,
of prayers
Tony.
because she's really scared and
Oh, yeah.
she don't want to lose this one. So, God's got this, Marie.
Oh, yeah. We'll be praying for you, sweetheart.
Kevin ended up with the same thing. And then Tiffany started on her, but I prayed about it. Hey, Ben. Oh,
Hey, Ben.
day
I prayed for you.
513.
Yay. Go, Tiff. Go,
Um,
Tiff.
but I felt so good, you guys. I went to a baby shower yesterday. First time I had been out. It was at the lake. It was nice. First time I'd been out of the house with fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went to church, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful.
Y'all, I drove at nighttime for the first time last night.
Me too. Tiffany, 513 day.
Can you believe it?
513 days.
Yay,
Can you?
Tiff.
She's in her room. Um, I have Tiffany condensed down when she graduated, the official graduation that was in what? August, the first week
August.
of August.
Yes.
She condensed it down for her testimony. I don't know how to do that. So anyway, she did that and she shared it to my phone. Hey there, Craig.
Hey, Craig.
And
I have missed you guys so much.
she
Ain't
shared
even
it to
funny.
my phone. So I'll be sending it to you, Ben, in email if you need, and I'm gonna try to figure out how to put it on YouTube.
Oh,
So,
yeah. It was good. Very,
yes.
very good.
That part's been doing real good. I have just missed everybody here.
Oh.
And poor Tony knew I better go in there today because I'm tired of that redheaded woman stalking me. Bless your heart, Tony. Mm. Ben's
Oh,
ooh,
my gosh.
got a new
Let's
baby coming
start at
in.
8 o'clock.
Oh,
Let's see what
Jen.
life is good.
And that was one of the things, the enemy will tell you, you ain't this and you ain't that. And last night I just said, breathe out that enemy and his lies and breathe in the fresh spirit. but I did. I felt like I'd let all you guys down, and I can't find Chris. You guys know I love my Chris.
Yeah.
Chris, oh, I can't find Chris. I lost Chris, and that
Jen
is,
just know we're always here, baby. All you gotta do is hit us up.
yeah.
I'm on Facebook. You can send me a message anytime. And I'm on Facebook under Denise Canes too. You can't miss it.
I hadn't got to yet, um, Joss. I hadn't got to yet. Let me see. But you
Oh,
know,
okay.
you guys today, I,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh my gosh.
where are you moving, Ben?
Where it's warm.
Ben, where are you moving to?
Oh yeah.
And look, today is about seasons, different seasons.
Yes it is.
And I'm coming up on another season. Everybody knows that's in here that's heard me talk about my son Casey. Um, he's moving. Oh, and his interview went good, Monique. His interview went good, and he
Yes.
said that if he's okay to take a seasonal right now in sales, that and it's for the Apple store in New Hampshire. You guys, my son is moving to New Hampshire. That if he gets up there and do the seasonal sales, he wants to put them on his tech support.
I'm excited for you, Ben. Missouri or Oklahoma one, he said.
Good.
I'm gonna stay right here.
So if your mama can hear, Sonia, we love you. We love you. We love you. And I look for the day that you come right back on here with us
Hmm.
because
I
God
miss
can do it.
I miss you, baby girl.
God can do it
And
because
I
you
love
guys,
you.
there's a reason that we still have her. There's a reason we still have you, Sonia. God has his
Yes, it
plans
is.
for you.
Yes, he does. And he's already been working, sweetheart. He's already using you, and continues to use you.
Yes, the cold.
Oh
That
no.
boy, he done bought him. I know, Ben. Well,
Nah,
I'm telling you, he got him a what's the name of that jacket? He's look, that boy goes name brand.
parka.
Huh?
I was gonna say a
That
parka.
thing feels so good. Casey, what's the name of that jacket you got? Michael Kors. Then he found out where he's going to be working in the mall at Apple. There's a Michael Kors store right in front of him. I thought that boy's going to stay broke.
It does. There's a lot of changes.
Yeah. And Willow knows, Willow, she's been around forever and she
Yeah,
knows that, I just said, yes, he has expensive taste, Jen.
we all go through seasons.
Yeah. And it's a season for him to go. It's a,
Yes, it is.
it's a season for him to, there's nothing holding him back here. You guys know I done put it in. The city he's going to, I done
Uh-huh.
put that city in. I done
Oh
looked
yeah.
at the different churches. I done looked at what's available for him to just go
Mm-hmm.
to or walk to.
Yes, he does.
Ben, I could not imagine him being in a Carhartt. But yes. So yes, I will miss him. But I'm excited for him. And because I have to be. I can't the last part of him being down here, I'm not going to be weepy and all that,
No.
No. And him and his sister is getting to spend some quality time.
Yes, they are.
And I told him, I said, me and him's had all this quality time. I said, you and Tiffany go do some things when she's off work. She's
Yes,
working hard, you guys, at the pizza place.
she is.
They moved her up to assistant
My
manager.
my daughter got a promotion at her job.
See?
She's not just in marketing; she's also in sales now. So it she's got a raise, so so excited. Um, they're supposed to train for like 2 weeks. She didn't even train for a week. He told her, he said, "Go on out there." He said, "You got this. I don't need to be with you no more." Hush. Said, "If you got, if there's questions, even just normal questions, just give me a call." She said, "I will," and she will, because she one of them people. She gonna ask. It don't matter what it is. But I'm very proud of her. Excited for her. This is
Mm-hmm.
the next step in her life. There's also things happening in her personal life that are going well. So hey, God is good.
You guys, Bougie Bear, April. I
Yes.
went to the baby shower yesterday. She got a grandbaby coming.
Yeah. And today is my dad's 85th birthday.
Yes, Pops turned 85, looking good too.
He's 85 today. Thank you, Jesus, for my daddy.
Willow, we will be praying over that pain because I tell you
Oh
what,
yeah.
I will do that. But yes, I went to that baby shower yesterday and it was
Gotcha.
wonderful.
On the other side, right? We got one side done. Yeah.
Let me turn this light on. I'm going to show you guys something. Tiffany said
Yes. Yes.
she ain't
Yes.
used no baby showers that you win gifts like this. I won a coffee maker. Casey said, just what mama needs, another coffee maker.
Hey,
But
you were talking about you was needing one.
so,
Well, you
yes.
need one in your bedroom. You need one there. You need one.
So this one does over ice. It does iced coffees or hot coffees. And it came with, you guys, it came with menu instructions.
Yay.
Like if you go to Starbucks. So me and Tiffany are going to
Yeah.
make as a barista even more in there.
All
But
right. Willow, I definitely keep you in prayers, babe. I just
Willow,
things to go well.
I you know I used to not want to pray for myself because I felt like that was I
Yeah.
always felt selfish. Tiffany said, "Mama, you know you can pray for yourself," and I have. I prayed a lot about my back pain and um. Well, welcome, NALTV. Hello.
Hello.
Um, I prayed about my pain and I just I know God could take it
Yes.
and if it's his will, but if it's his will for me to feel it so I can understand other people's pain, well then, you know, that's how it is.
Listen, I got my coffee too.
Yeah, Ben. We got a coffee maker right in here, and when Casey leaves, there's going to be an extra coffee maker. Tiffany has her um
Coffee pot.
she's got her coffee pot in her room because she likes Pastello. That was the mission coffee. She likes Pastello.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That stuff is strong. It's good, but it's strong. I had it when
So,
I was there. I enjoyed it.
I
It'll
don't
wake
like,
you up.
yeah, it'll wake you up. I'll leave Tiffany with her coffee. But yeah, I'm excited. There's things changing, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad this is the season that I have my daughter. So, I thought that too. All right, Ben. You guys, Ben's wife deals with a lot of pain and
All
some of the
right, Ben.
same things as
Be
the other
praying.
women in here deal with.
Yes.
So,
I love you, dear.
if you've never had severe pain or back pain that you live with every day, if somebody's telling you about theirs, you will have sympathy for them, but you can't truly understand their journey. Just like with Tiffany, I've never been where she's been, so I've been on the mother side, but not the addict side. So, um, somebody that's been there, she can help people that are going through the struggle. I can give the love, but I
Yes,
can't give the understanding, if that makes sense, you guys. If that makes sense.
it
Um,
does.
Let me update you guys on mothership. Okay, you guys. You guys know last time we was on Dwayne, he got him a job in Alabama from Salt Lake, Utah. He got him a job in Alabama. So he's an Alabama boy now, you guys. Southern Alabama. He's got him a beautiful house, you guys. Beautiful. Well, it got kind of pushed back 3 weeks. He can't get in it yet. So Heather's with him, his wife. She spent her 50th birthday in Alabama. Bless his heart, and there's nothing wrong with the
Nothing,
single
nothing.
wide trailer in a trailer park. But it's just that he said he never, he's sure when she got with him, she never thought she'd be in a single wide uh, trailer in the trailer park for her 50th anniversary. So,
In
yes.
Alabama with
Yes.
no internet.
Yeah, no internet, you guys, and lousy phone service. So yes, I got to touch base with him. See,
You
when
just
I don't, when I
have
don't,
to know, just know Dwayne to know. You can imagine how he put all this. That's why it's funny. It's just Dwayne.
he's so silly that
Love Dwayne.
look, I done told him he's gonna have 5 bedrooms. Five
Yeah.
bedrooms in that house. I said, look, it's just gonna be you and Heather. I said, I'm coming up there and staying. He said, come
Yeah.
on.
Heck
He's
yeah.
gonna have a crawly bedroom. That's all I got to say.
If I told her, I said, I'm going to go visit Dwayne and them again. We're going to go stay with Dwayne. Nether.
You, you know his last name's Hale, Hale. So I was talking to Denise. First time I talked to Denise, sit up and look at her in 2 weeks.
Uh huh.
And I was sitting here and shot him a message. I said, what the HALE are you up to? They'll get
They
settled.
will.
The
Oh,
job,
yeah. It's just, it got pushed back and they can't get into the house yet.
oh, his job has been wonderful. They
Yes.
have been great.
Blessed. 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 Dwayne and
But
them.
yes, I think of all you guys, and when it's like now I have my church family I missed being in that bedroom in there, and um, I missed everybody here. So, Joss, did you like that picture I sent to you? Let me read it. Let me see if I can share it or just read it. Um, I sent Joss a picture, and I'll screen share it. Make sure. Okay. All right. Let me screen share it. So that picture, when I saw that, I thought of our Sonia. It says some women fear the fire, some women simply became it. So our church is talking about like becoming the fire, and it just goes so well with it. I thought of Sonia. So to me, that was such a hey Dwayne. That was such a the image impacted me a lot, and it come to mind. Well,
Excuse
Red,
me.
Red, you're going to get to see them.
Yes,
You
you
are,
are.
you are going to get to see them. You're going to get to see them. So yes, last night at Praise, it was just a community prayer. There was like 5 different churches represented there, and the things that have made me sad, and the things that have been going through my mind, and the things that devils brought against me. I cut my hand, and there was a song about leaving it on the altar. I cut my hands and I went up there and I laid it down. Laid it down. Some things I can't share, but some things that have made me sad and want to cry. No, that's defeat, and that's something that Denise and Monique sent to me and said you are not defeated.
Uh-uh.
So yes, what did I read about Dwayne
Hey, Dwayne.
or the other Dwayne? Oh, okay. See, Dwayne, that scripture is exactly what's going on right now.
Oh, yeah.
And driving to the baby shower and talking to God. I talk to him like I do you guys. Um, I told him, I said, God, Mama passing knocked my world off the axis,
Good.
and everything's changing. Everything's changing, Lord. And then I heard in my head, season, seasons.
Yeah.
So I'm in a new season in my life.
Yeah. It's
You
just like
know,
losing my husband is another season that I'm still going through to find what is normal. I'm not allowed to live in the house by myself, doctor wise. Not, I mean, I'm so much better. I'm driving, and everything, and I can pretty much do for myself, I had to have somebody living with me. So, my daughter and my grandson moved in because her and her husband had split up. So it
so I'm
was, everything worked out, but I'm still trying to navigate what my normal is and
yeah,
trying to find out what my normal, how to live in my normal.
yeah. I mean, because my sister-in-law, Kevin's sister, she moved to Atlanta with her son, and I was sad about that. I felt like everybody was leaving, and but then it just no, it's a season. There's nothing here for her, so it was for her to move to Atlanta with her son. That's good,
Oh,
and
yeah.
for this to be in a season with Casey, and it never said that things are supposed to be stay the same because we have to grow.
Yes, we do.
We have to grow. And I told Casey, I said, and do you know what I have learned in this, Casey, is that if Kevin wouldn't be here, because Kevin's not one to talk about his feelings. So if something's bothering me, I always had Casey to go to. So, it's time for God to say, you
Yay.
got to come to me first. You stop going to everybody else. You come to me first.
Don't you start.
So,
I will get you.
oh, see, and every prayer helps, Joss, because
Oh, yeah.
yes,
It does. You just have to.
oh, that is so good, Red. That is so good. Yeah, I
Yeah.
sent to my cousin. I said, if you know anybody that's shut in or wanting somewhere to go, and I've got to stay consistent, you guys.
Awesome.
I absolutely have to stay consistent.
And me too. It's not, I mean, it ain't just been her.
The first 2 years, I every day, you guys, every Monday through Friday, and sometimes on Saturday. Um, and it did knock the stuffing out of me when
Yeah.
Tracy got down, and then when Sonia got down, and it really, and we lost people. It knocked me off my feet, and I shouldn't have because I know where my strength comes from, but it did. It knocked me off my feet.
It's,
And you guys, I've been working in here. I got my
oh,
lights off.
yes,
Ain't
you
nothing
have.
hiding nothing. I've been
Woo.
working in my room.
Big time.
Um, and I'm I'm getting the images of what I want to create. Monique.
Darlene and I, when we talked yesterday, it was both of us were so adamant about we had to get back because it was not feeling good for either one of us. It was like, and I told her I felt lost without you guys. I felt like part of me was I y'all have become such a big part of me.
Family.
Yeah,
Family.
it's just like I feel like this is not good. I don't like the way this feels. I mean, not that listen, not that we haven't been praying for you guys because that all the time.
I
We
always say
love
my
you
I
guys.
always say my YouTube family, and I try to picture
Yes.
everybody. But you know, I lifted you guys up to the Lord last night.
Oh yeah.
And my church family and my girls. No, you guys know who the girls are. But look, I told Monique, she said she missed me, not hearing me. I said, well, I'm a whiny, awful sounding mess right now. And she said she don't care. She wanted to hear my voice. So when we FaceTimed with
Not her.
Monique, I talked her to sleep, you guys.
Yeah, we did. Hey, yeah, we did. I
Kevin
said
was watching the ball
she would
game,
say something. Darlene said something. I said she's asleep, Darlene. I'm
and you
like, oh,
guys,
so glad.
um, I'm not ashamed to, tell it, but I've had a lot of,
Oh
I
wow,
guess,
Red.
I've had a lot of dental problems. I've always had good teeth, but for
Amen.
medication
Amen.
or
Amen.
something is crumbling them and splitting them. So I got two holes on this side uh, that's not even healed up yet, and then I got to do one on this side. And so I'm gonna ask them. I'm gonna just straight out ask them. What can I do? How much is it gonna cost just to have these things pulled? I'm tired of having teeth pulled left and right, and
I've
I ain't
had
about. I
my
ain't.
dentures since 1998. My top ones. The
I
bottom
ain't.
ones I got in 2000.
And
I
I
got a
ain't
new
about
set.
worried
Whole set.
about. Oh, Vicky. Hey, Vicky.
Hey,
Vicky Porter
Vicky.
is on Facebook. Hey, my love.
Hey, Vicky.
Vicky, we still haven't done a sleepover. There's my husband talking about swam. SWAM, Denise. Behave, Kevin. Vicky, we haven't had our slumber party. Our silly dress up slumber party. You think I forgot that? I have not
FCM,
forgotten
baby. FCM.
that. Vicky, I will tell you, Casey will be moving to New Hampshire. Vicky knows my child. She loves my child like I love my child.
Hmm. I'm
But
telling you. Ooh,
so now that it's a season of mask, if they do pull all my teeth, I might come on here with the mask on.
it's
But
okay.
I am not worried about store bought dentures. And you know what? If I could find both pieces of my dad's might fit me.
I
Tiffany
told
just
her, I
walked
said, it just, um,
Tiffany
mm-mm.
just walked through when I said that. She said, "Lord Jesus," and she just went right to her bedroom. Joss, I will share this with you. I told me and Monique and Denise was talking about your precious Sonia in case Sonia hears.
Yeah,
My heart is not hurting, so, and so God has gave me a peace in my heart, Joss, a peace in my heart, and that only comes from Him. So He's not through. He's not through.
there,
Dwayne,
right?
I have so like, hey, Rhonda.
Hey, Rhonda. So good to see you.
With my lap band, I'm supposed to be able to chew
I
my
love you,
food.
girl.
And
Yeah.
when you have uh, big gaps, food don't get chewed right. But to do a partial or whatever, my teeth are crumbling, so I don't think it would work.
See, Dwayne, that's the trouble I had. My teeth turned to powder. One, because of the lack of calcium that I had, and two was the medication for the things that were going on in my body.
Yeah,
So my teeth just honest and truly just crumbled.
yeah.
There was no saving them. I mean, I could bite into something and I mean it I would just have just pieces, little tiny pieces
Hmm.
full, just I'd have to spit out. And there was nothing. Nothing,
And
nothing,
and
nothing.
two, I had lap band about 15 years ago,
Yeah,
and you know, if food makes you sick, it ain't gonna stay down. So I do believe all of that being sick like that did it
yeah.
too.
Well, I already had dentures before I had that done. I was already having issues with calcium and stuff before, just my calcium mostly, before I had my bypass. But I'm good.
Okay, baby. Keevan said, "Love y'all."
Yes.
Got to
I
work.
love you too. Love you, honey.
But yeah, I asked my friend. She works there. I used to babysit her daughter back 30 years ago, almost.
Yeah,
I asked her. I said, "Does medications really ruin your teeth?" And she said, "Yes." So
it does.
being pregnant, yes. When I had Casey, he's 33, but when I had Casey, it's when I first started having to get dental work.
I know it is, Joyce.
Um,
Take it one day, baby, one day at a time. That's it.
for those that's new, Red and some
Every day.
others, um, Joss has been on this journey with her mom for over a year and a half, hasn't it been? It's over a year and a half.
Yes, she has.
Yeah. It's going on 2 years. So that's
Yeah,
why I'm saying there's got to be a reason.
there is a purpose. There is a purpose.
Because you know what? The medical profession, they usually don't fight for you. But
No.
these people are fighting for her.
Yes, they are.
And
Because, I mean, and they do. They look at her. She is a
as a
mirror.
miracle, they look at her as a miracle.
Yes, they do.
Over a year ago, I think when I got my root canal, well, I got a tooth pulled back this side. He told me, he said, "You have really good teeth, but
Yeah.
see, within a year's time, I wake up and I feel like grit is in my mouth,
Yep.
and it's got to be coming from." But anyway, you
Oh
guys, when
man,
you
it
see me
does.
with the mask on, don't think I'm a crazy person that's riding around in
Yeah.
their
You just
in
don't
their
have to
truck.
see me yet.
People will ride around in their vehicles with their mask on.
Yeah.
Is your vehicle going to make you sick? I mean, why? Me and Casey will see somebody, we'll be like, or Tiffany we'll be like, why?
Listen, I've tried, Willow, I tried to keep mine as long as I could, but it would just, oh, it was so bad. It's
But
awful. But hey, you know
yes,
what?
Jen, ridiculous. A
Yeah,
mask in the car.
I know. I'm like, and you're riding by yourself. That's the thing that gets me. You're wearing a mask in your car by yourself. You're in the car alone.
And look, that expensive crown I got when I was still working,
It's gone.
yeah, it came off. Well, they had to finally pull it out, but my tooth had crumbled under it. But you know what? That sucker's expensive. So I
Yep.
got to looking at it, and I'm making me an earring. I'm gonna have me a stud with that crown. What I paid for it, It's the
I
most
don't
expensive.
blame you. I
It's gonna
have
be the
people
most.
asking me, they're like, "Are your teeth real?" And I said, "They ain't sure are. I pay good money for them things. They are mine."
Oh, Thursday would be her. Would be Sonia's birthday,
Oh man,
and this
that's
would be her second birthday.
Nationals and Olympics ended up in college. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. There was a baby at church. He was born way too early.
Yes.
Um, and his name's Maverick, and we had prayers on here for Maverick.
Uh huh.
And he's right at 10 pounds now. He's doing good. And they said that he wouldn't make it. Yeah. They said one thing and they said another. But guess what? He's home. He's home with his mom and them.
Dang, Willow, you young.
So God can do anything, you guys. 53.
Mm-hmm.
So next Monday is Willow's birthday.
Yes, I'm telling you, the doctor's office better not think I'm walking in there.
Dwayne, May is a big
Yeah.
month for us. Uh, May, my husband's is the 20th. Casey's is the 27th. My daughter's is the 31st. So we would have one pool party to do birthdays. But then my sister's birthday's in May, and I forget who else's was in May. Well, I was always by myself in October. Then my cousin moved out here, and then my grandson was born. Her water broke on my birthday, but he was
Exactly.
stubborn. He was stubborn. So my birthday's the 10th of October. His is the 12th, and I have a cousin the 13th. So that would be, see, Red's is on the 13th. So that would be when we would close the pool.
Yeah.
We would have that final pool party and cookout, and then we would close the pool in October.
Daddy's gonna probably close his down. Yep. Next week. No, not till
Oh,
October. He
wow.
said. Not till October, he said.
She lived, Dwayne's grandmama lived to be almost 95. Well, today is Pop's birthday, and you say he's 85, Denise?
He's 85 today. Yes.
85. Look, you guys remember how Sean Connery got better looking the older he got?
Eh,
Denise's daddy, I'm sure he's always been good looking.
he
But her
has.
daddy, 85 years old.
Does not
We,
look 85.
look, we're
He
gonna have to
looks
talk to
younger than
Pops.
I do, y'all.
We're gonna have to talk Pops one day and say,
My
Pop,
dad looks. Y'all seen my dad before. He's been over here.
one down and say, Pops, come here, come here, come here.
Yeah. My
He'll tell me to
dad,
behave.
like I said, my dad still does everything for himself. He doesn't, he can do anything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my favorite James Bond, too. Of all of them, he's mine.
The man's got golfer legs. You know how
Yes,
these
he
men
does.
they golf
He
all the
plays
time?
he plays golf at least 2 times a week, sometimes more.
Yeah. And you know,
And he mows his grass, he mows my grass. He mows the fields out there, he trims his trees, he picks up pecans, he takes care of his pool every day. His house is spotless. He takes care of the driveway, he edges everything.
Tammy said,
Oh
"Hey,
yeah, my dad takes care of his flowers.
Tammy said, hey, sweet ladies. Hey,
Hey Tammy,
Tammy.
I
I was
love
so glad.
you.
I was so glad I got my hands on her last night and got to hug my sister from church.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I just went around. You
Yes. He
guys,
still drives.
I went around hugging everybody. I probably hugged somebody that didn't even know who I was last night.
Listen, my dad has a car that is 20 years old and it looks brand new. But he takes care of it. He drives it. He's been driving it forever.
Oh,
But he
look.
takes very good care of his vehicle. Just
Well,
like he does
look.
everything.
We've already said, and Dwayne
You
better
got
not. He better not bow out of this because we're all going to meet up at Denise's
it.
because Dwayne is about the same length far, and we're about all the same destination from Denise, but it's got to be in the fall.
Yeah.
Um, so it's got to be in the fall to where we can be outside and sit around a fire. And I'm just going to tell you guys, I'm going to have to hug the man. Just
It's
like
okay.
Tatum, I used to tell
Oh,
Tatum, I
yeah.
said, "Now Tatum, is it gonna bother you
Hey,
if I?"
he's a hugger.
I told Tatum, you know I gotta hug you when you get here. Yes, that's okay. Well, he just didn't think I was really gonna just hug him and
You
kiss him
kiss
on
all
his
them
cheeks,
cheeks.
kissed him all over his cheeks, and he was like doing the shrugging me off. I said, "Okay, I'll leave you alone now for the rest of your visit." And then I got him again when he left. Well, Dwayne, the thing about Denise's family, there's some that have quite a bit younger than her daddy that's got cancer.
Yes.
So, you know that,
My Uncle Wendell's 10 years younger than my dad. He turned 75 a couple days ago, and Daddy turned 85. So there's 10 years difference. And then my Uncle Kenny has issues with his blood, and we don't know. They don't know what's causing it. He's having to get blood all the time. He's tired all the time. He can't get around to do like he used to do. And and Uncle Kenny's, oh, he's a lot younger than my dad. He was okay, my dad's birth mom. My Uncle Kenny was the baby. My dad was the oldest in that bunch, and my Uncle Kenny was the baby. And she died when she gave birth to him. And my grandfather remarried my granny that I've always known that was my granny. So, dad had there's just four of them left. There's four boys, that's it. All the girls have passed away. All his sisters have passed away, and he has three brothers left. So he's got his baby brother who is a year older than me.
well, Liz, remember when her father in law passed?
Yes.
He was 90
Yeah.
something,
And
and
he was getting
he was
around.
driving and getting around. And she
Yes.
said he went through McDonald's that morning and got him a coffee like he always does and didn't feel right, drove himself to the hospital.
Yep.
And he passed with a heart attack. But
It is.
my mom is 80 something years old. She's the last one out of nine kids.
Mhm.
The last one. And you know what? When I get off here today, I'm gonna run down there and see her because she's been on my mind. My grandmother was in her 70s because she got cancer. Um, but I think well, God took Mama right when I can't
Yeah.
say if
Yeah.
this hadn't happened or if that happened because that that's what he had planned. So I
My
take it.
husband was he just turned 65. And when he 64, wait a minute, let me see. Oh my
Do the
gosh.
math. Do the math.
65.
Let me see.
He turned 65 in January and he passed away in March.
All right.
But God took him very quickly, which was, I mean, it was like he was there and he was in glory the next. It's like Darlene said, he took one step here and one step in glory. He was in heaven,
Okay. This house.
literally.
This house is 108 years old.
Yep.
It's on 5 generations, or at least 5 generations have been in the
Lived
house
in
at
it.
one time.
Yep.
And so,
Oh
oh,
no. I would hug you tight, Joss. Sorry, I would. I'd have to.
look, your siblings would be like,
Oh,
they would be like, no, I think Jessica would let me hug her. And I would have to hug your brother, but I'm sure he would be like, this woman is weird. And Cree, I believe Cree would let me hug her.
I
But
think.
Joss, I would have to hug you extra special.
Let me tell you something. If I am ever able to get my hands on your mama, I will probably never let her go. Able to get my hands. She is
Hello?
your mom is
Yeah.
like my child. I love her.
Yes. Uh-huh. Let me send
What's wrong with
Tammy.
her?
Well, Tammy, if you're still on here, did you send my message to Karen? Another one of our women friends at work. She had knee surgery. Rhonda, I
Love you,
love
Rhonda.
you. You tell your son I love. Well, I'll send your son a message.
Yes. Yep. We love you, Rhonda. Take care. Big hug, sweetie.
You know, I figured that Jessica lets everybody hug her. Now, who's Craig?
Cree.
Oh, Cree. Okay, yeah, yeah. She probably would, but I think she'd. I think she'd let me because I've seen her, and Jessica has seen me a lot. So
Oh, yeah, we've seen Jessica a bunch. She's a hoot.
yes. And then your brother used to always, when your me and your mom would be talking, he'd come and he'd have to waller on her. We call it waller.
Yeah,
He'd have to get on her lap
gonna
and he'd have
all
to
over
hug
you.
her. And she'd say, "Will you go to bed?" And he'd just be all over, knowing
Uh-huh.
that she was on camera.
I got you. We knew what you were saying.
Um,
Well, okay. He's
oh,
working at Dollar General.
Dwayne, my mother-in-law lost her mother when she was just 12. Her mom was like 50 something because she was a later in life child.
Uh-huh.
But my mother-in-law always talked about her dear sweet mama, and she wished she'd had a mama to grow up with, and so Frances was my mom for 35 years.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah, I think I am. When I get off here, I'll see if Casey wants
yeah.
to ride with me or whatever. But yeah, I just have a feeling I need to go see my mom.
Gotcha. My mom's been gone 15 years in October. October the 9th, it'll be 15 years. And then my granny passed away 1 month to the day after her. And that was my mom's mom. And I honestly, truly, guys, felt like I lost two moms at once because my granny was my mom's mom. I had a Granny Adams and a Granny Collins. Well, Granny Collins was my mom's mom, and her daddy. They were my safe place. As I think all kids have a safe place. That was my safe place.
Mama was mine.
That was my place that I never had to worry about being judged for anything. I was loved unconditionally without a doubt. And
Joss, I
so
know.
I lost all of them at one time. It was hard.
I lost my uncles. It was like one for a few years. It was my side of the family. Um, it was always my side family. So lost my father-in-law, mom, Keevan's daddy. Then
I
no, we
know,
lost my
Casey.
brother. The next year we lost his daddy. The next year it was one of my other uncles, one of my close uncles, and then another. Casey got when he was little. Casey would draw pictures, and one of them there was an angel. He look, that boy little could draw good. I'm like, Casey, and there was a he drew a gravestone. It said R.I.P. And then there was an angel going up to heaven, and I said, Casey, I said, what's that? He said, that's you, Mama. And he didn't get to crying. I don't want you to die, Mama. So he at a young age had to learn, about people passing away.
You're right, Red. They do. I was lucky. I had one.
Well, my father-in-law, we didn't know. We just thought he had pneumonia. When he went in the hospital, he
Yeah,
was
Red.
within 8 days. He was gone. He was eat up with cancer. So he within 8 days he was gone in the hospital. Well, see, Mama, she made it. Let me say, I was in there with her 10 days. When she went in, and 12 days later, she was gone. So, but look, talking about the ones we've lost and those that's lived a long time,
Mm-hmm.
it still goes with
Yes.
Ecclesiastes, because there's always a time.
Yes.
Because I don't know, is it in this? I don't know if I got all of it, but there's a time to be born and a time to
It's time
die.
to
So,
die.
so yes, we have babies being born right now. People's going to be excited because they're having grandchildren and great
Yes.
grandchildren, and I use Facebook to find pictures of my grandchildren I don't get to see.
Yeah.
I take pictures and save them. Our great grandbaby. Oh my gosh, you guys,
One thing I do get to FaceTime with Lee and TJ. Not often as I'd like to, but I do get to FaceTime with Lee and TJ, which is good. I get to see Boo Boo and Jonah. Get to see Boo Boo a lot more than I do Jonah. Y'all, Boo Boo. Okay, that's Elijah. That's my oldest grandson. He's 20.
But um, every time I get sad, every
Yeah.
time Tiffany gets sad about her daughter Abriana, every time we get sad, God shows us a promise.
Mm-hmm.
He shows a promise. He reveals it to us in His way. And,
Yeah.
and, Tiffany was thinking about it and got so sad yesterday. Well, last night we talked about it. And so you guys pray for her heart.
I will.
Do you guys know that Bailey slept in there with her all night? Bailey felt her grief the
Good job,
next.
Bailey.
And you know what? The door was open.
Yeah.
Bailey slept on the pillow beside her all night.
God bless her.
Um, all I had Willow was my grandmother. She was the only grandparent that I got to be around. My other
Mm,
grandmother was in California. Um, my grandfather was somewhere else. I only met him a couple times. My mom's dad.
uh-huh.
Um, but that's okay. God brings people in your heart. He brings people in your life
Yes, he does.
to stand in as your mom, or to stand in as an aunt, or you know.
Hey, that's what uh, it happens
And
a
that's
lot of
why I tell people. This morning I put it out there. I might not have put it out there quick enough, but like I
yeah,
have a
way.
cousin, and I told him, if you know anybody that kind of shut in, or they just want to hang out with some grannies. That's what I told him.
Yeah, there you
They
go.
just want to hang out with some grannies.
Yeah,
Um,
tell them, come on.
because it does feel
All
good.
right, Jill, we're gonna it'll we still praying for you, babe. Don't worry. We still praying for everything. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But you
Jen.
have been able to do that.
Jen,
That's a good thing.
yeah, it does hurt. It hurts your heart, it hurts your
Yep.
soul. But that was one of the things that it was like I could just see in the palm of my hand. The things that I just said, I went up there and set them there. I set them on that altar, and I'm like, okay. And even this house, I
Yep.
don't know why it did not ever hit me until last night. And I said, God, this is your home. This, I called it Kevin's or mine or Mama's. No, I said, this house right here, this building started in love. It started it was built for Mama's mom and dad. And
Yeah.
so I said, Lord, I give it to you. It's yours,
Mhm.
and you have blessed us with it. And to continue to dwell in this house. And, I just prayed over every negative everything to be
Yes.
out of this home and out of this house.
I I know this is my dad says all the time. My honestly, my dad is surrounded by his children. And that's true. There's three of us kids. My brother lives in front. My dad on the side of my dad in the front part of 10 acres. I live in the back left hand corner of the 10 acres, and my sister lives in the right back 10 acres because my dad lives up front. So we're all within shouting distance of each other. We can hear each other talk. We can holler at each other. I can see dad down there. I'll holler, "Hey, daddy,"
Mhm.
from my porch. I can holler at my brother. My sister and I yell across to each other when we stand on the front porch. We talk to each other. We ain't got to be on the phone. We can just holler at each other.
You guys, this is how bad it is with us.
Cool.
Me and Tiffany be in her room, I'll be in my room. And I said, it's bad when you take pictures of your cats and you send the messenger. It will be messaging back and forth.
Uh huh. Sarah does that to me.
Kids,
Tatum does that. Tatum will go outside. He'll be on the porch and he'll call. I'm like, what? You
kids
right
don't,
out there. If you
kids
just
don't
holler, I can
listen.
hear you.
Kids don't listen. They have their phones. They don't want to
It
listen,
is.
or the
It really
people don't want to share because we're in our phones too at this generation. All the
is. Yes.
generations are in their phones.
I'm
But
in mine.
that's like when Tatum come to the house and Tiffany said, "Mom, he's going to be bored." No, Tatum likes hearing the stories.
He does. He loves it.
Oh wow,
Tatum
Willow, those are
is
good.
Tatum
Those
is
are
so
good
funny.
stories. Those are good stories. And you know what? I listened to Mama. I tell Kevin, so no, that didn't happen that way. I said, look, I know more about your mama's
Mhm.
and your grandmother and her great grandmom and all that more than you do, Kevin,
Uh-huh.
because I was always right
We
there with her.
My granny was a storyteller. I mean
I
real
am.
stuff.
Hmm.
And she could tell you the date, what the weather was, what every day of the week it was. I mean, she was just that. Her mind was so sharp.
Well, look,
And that was my daddy's mom, and oh my lord, she was something.
look. I used
I
to.
loved to just sit and
I
listen.
I would clock out at work. Me and Denise talk over each other all the time. I would clock
Yeah.
out at work and be headed out, and this one young girl should stop me, Miss Darlene. I said, "What?" I'd have my bags and everything. She said, "What's Mama been doing? What's Junior been doing?" Junior was a little boy that lived behind
Mhm.
us. He was like Dennis the Menace. So I would stop and I'd get to telling it. Next thing I know, I'd be done stood there 30 minutes, you guys. They should be just dying laughing. I said, let me tell you
Mhm.
what Mama did. Or let me tell you what
Mhm.
so they would just be dying laughing. But,
Ooh.
you know, um, sometimes we spend
Yeah,
too much time in our phones and
we
we're
do.
not doing the face to face. And
It's yeah. It's nice when me and Tatum and Sarah sit at the table to eat. We don't do it very often, but when we do, it's just really nice. Because I'll be sitting over here eating like I normally do, and if I see they're going to sit at the table, I get up, I go to that table, and we all sit together, and we just talk.
And I said
We
that I
actually talk to
wanted.
each other.
I said I wanted to
Yeah,
start at least
yeah,
one day a week to eat at the table. We don't do
it
that.
is. Thank goodness for video
We don't
calls.
do
I
that.
no,
And it needs to be sit at the table with no cell phones and eat. But
we all eat together. At when I was growing up, we
Jen said,
all
"You
ate
talk."
together.
I
Yeah, we talk face to face, which is amazing. But it's and when Tatum comes in from school, first thing I do, hey baby, I said, how was your day? And he'll tell me what happened at school. Boy, sometimes Tatum is a storyteller too, and
Yes,
so
he is, you guys. He's so funny. I love him.
big time storyteller. He's like his granny.
He's so
He
funny.
just amazing, and it's always. And when he goes, I know he's going to go back
Oh,
to his room. I
wow.
may not see him again for a while. And it's just like I tell him, I love you. I love you too, Granny. I love you the most. I missed you today. I missed you too. That's what he said. Or he'll call me when he's on the bus, Granny. Be down at the end of the road to pick me up because it's raining. I'm like, you gonna have to walk in the rain today because I ain't got no car.
Yeah, Dwayne said he was born in a village of less than
Like,
400, and they had social media equivalent. Yes, people used to know everybody.
yeah,
Well, they'd know everybody's family. Or they'd
yes,
say, "Oh, you lived on Red Dirt Hill." That was the thing. You lived on Red Dirt
uh-huh,
Hill. Yeah, we lived so and so. But now, and back then, people's like, live in a small town, everybody knows your business. Well, guess what? Same people that was saying that putting their business on Facebook. So,
yes, they are. We all that was us. I mean, we lived here. We lived on Fort Stewart. Everybody knew, you had your own crowd that you hung out with. But then also, when we were old enough and teenagers out and we were in Hinesville and stuff, we knew everybody. When I went to Douglas, I knew everybody. When I lived there, I used to have to call my grannies. If somebody asked me out, I'd say, hold on a minute. And I'd ask who their dad, who their mom is, that kind of stuff. Then I call my grannies because I need to know if I'm related to them before I be going out with them.
hey, Joel. Hey, Joel.
Hey, Joe.
Well, look,
Yay!
we would have to sit at the table, and my dad wouldn't want us to talk. We'd have to sit there, and we'd have to eat everything on our plate, and it was stressful. It was stressful. And see, even
Yeah,
Kevin, if we sit at the table, he don't like chit chat and stuff like that.
you're right, Dwayne. My dad, listen, my dad, there was 12 in my dad's family, 12
Mom,
kids,
there was 9 in mom's.
and now there's 4.
There
But
was
yeah,
6 of us plus, all right,
mhm,
6 of us, and then my mom and dad and my grandmother would
right.
be with us.
Dwayne.
So I was used to such loud. I loved it. And then when my kids was growing up, their friends was over. I loved it. And so that's why I think now it's to have the silence in the house is I like Tiffany said, Mom, last night she's Mom. Y'all ain't even had it to where Denise, are you froze? Oh,
Uh-uh.
okay. She said, Mom, y'all ain't even had the house to yourself. She said, now I moved back, Casey's moved. I said, if I had my way, it'd be like a Dynasty or Dallas house to where I'd had my kids, my grandkids had have a full
Uh,
house.
yeah, I'm gonna tell you what. I being a mom when I was, I'm still a mom, but when my kids were young, I had so much fun. I was like a big kid with them.
Mm-hmm.
And my nieces, because I didn't have no
Oh, my
nephews.
cousins and
All I had was nieces. I didn't have any nephews. My brother and sister didn't have any boys, so all I had were nieces. And all of it, everybody would get together. I'd just have the biggest time. I'd have as much fun as the kids did. I went outside and played war with the boys. I play cowboys and Indians. I told them stuff that they never knew about. I told them about how I grew up. They didn't understand all that. It was pretty cool. It was cool just to, I was in my 20s, guys, okay? I was 23 when I had my first kid, and I was 29 when I had my last one. And yes, I love to play.
I think that's why I love doing daycare because
Yeah.
about the time my kids were getting older, Tiffany done moved out and she had my grandson. It gave me kids to play with. You know, I loved
Uh-huh.
it. I loved it.
Yeah.
So I was always used to a lot of noise around me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, you were, honey. I worked at a daycare. I had them 2-year-olds, believe you me. I knew just how it was. I loved it.
Yeah, I would have had probably kept having kids,
I
but
gotcha.
I love being around it. All right, you guys,
Oh, me
it's been an
too.
hour. It's been over a little bit over an
I
hour,
know.
and this is my first day. Joel, yes,
I love you guys. Listen, I know we've been just talking our heads off, but
Joel, if you need me, you reach out to me on Messenger.
ooh, Joe, bless your heart. I know how you feel.
Hmm. He's
I know
been
how
having
you feel.
problems sleeping.
Yeah, I've been
Um,
having issues for some reason. You definitely be in our prayers, sweetheart.
we love you guys, and
Oh,
let me
so
see.
much.
Tomorrow we got to take the car to be serviced,
Oh,
and
okay.
but sure, now I might get back and do it like I did today. It
Yeah.
might not be a set time because it's at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're taking the car,
Oh, well, maybe you'll be back
and
and we
then
can
my eye appointment Wednesday I had pushed to like later at 3 o'clock because I had in my mind I want to start back doing this.
Okay. So we should be good.
So I love you guys, and
Hi, Jane. Love
I
you.
thank you guys. Thank you for being here. I have just been over the moon, over the top to see you guys.
Oh, me too. I'm so happy. Y'all just don't know.
So love and kisses.
Mwah. God bless you guys.